welcome back to Kentucky Go Digital Live. We are so excited today because today is our 30th episode and our season 2 kickoff. So we have missed you guys just desperately over the summer, and we can't wait to hang out with y'all today. We have a special episode. This is the Girl Power episode. We have Miss Cummings with us from Eisenhower Elementary and her two very special guests, Carrie and Grayson. We've got Danielle Washburn, Digital Innovation Leader from JCPS, and we have our Kentucky Go Digital Live team. We've had a little bit of change, though, over the summer. So I was going to let each of our team introduce themselves. We'll start off with Courtney DeRosset from Floyd County. What's going on, sister?
Nothing. I'm excited to be here another season. I'm kind of the same, still the CIO, a few additional roles, and I'm just excited to learn today and this season from everyone. It's Floyd County CIO and tech lover.
We're happy to have you back, sister. I missed you. I missed your face.
I've missed you all.
All right. Next, we have Heather Worrell. Hey, Heather.
Hey, sweet friend. Hello, everyone. Yes, so big changes this summer. I'm happy to announce that I'm the new Executive Administrator of Digital Innovation here in JCPS. We're launching our Digital Backpack Initiative. It's been very exciting, and I'm very, very proud and honored to be on the JCPS team. Also, I am leading the library media specialist kind of revisioning and work for the Kentucky Department of Education. And I'm really, really excited about that, joining Dr. Marty Park in the Office of Education Technology. And I don't know if you guys know this or not, but our September series that we're going to host here on Kentucky Go Digital Live is all about library media specialists leading from the library as digital leaders. So very, very excited about that episode. More to come soon.
Well, congratulations on all of your changes. It is exciting times for sure. We have Elaine Abernatha joining us from McCracken County. Hey, Elaine.
Hey, guys. I'm glad to join you guys today. I am here in McCracken County in Western Kentucky as a technology integration specialist. And I'm excited today to learn about some girls in STEM and how these rock stars are spreading this across the state.
Awesome. Well, it is super fun and exciting to have the team back together. I forgot to introduce myself, by the way. I'm Brooke. Maybe I said that. I don't know. I can't remember. But my role has also changed this summer. I am now the community and school media coordinator in the Nelson County Schools. So I'm excited to be reporting live here today from my new post here in Nelson County. So this is going to be a great show. You guys know, I'm sure I've made it no secret that gender equity in science, technology, engineering, and math is a passion of mine. And so I could not be more proud to lead this show today as we dive into two very, very special things near and dear to my heart. So we are going to actually kick this show off today with Danielle Washburn and the Girls Who Code initiative. So Danielle, you know, you and I have talked about Girls Who Code before. This was really, Girls Who Code was really kind of the catalyst for my involvement with girls in STEM. So tell us what you got, sister.
Yes, let me share my presentation with you. So yes, Girls Who Code, which is very exciting. So Girls Who Code is a national nonprofit organization for girls throughout 3rd through 12th grade. So these clubs can be hosted in your schools, libraries, community centers, and any place that you can think of. You can also follow me on Twitter for more information as well. All right, so what is the mission of Girls Who Code? So the mission of Girls Who Code, we have one single mission, and that is to close the gender gap in technology. Like Brooke was saying, that there is a gender gap between guys and girls. So that is the mission, is to close that gender gap in technology. All right, so what is Girls Who Code? So these are just free after school programs for 3rd through 5th graders again, and 6th through 12th graders. The 3rd through 5th grader club is new this year, which is very exciting because before there wasn't anything for our elementary students. But now there is something, or there is a club for girls who code. It is an opportunity to join the sisterhood, supportive peers, and then the role models in computer science. Girls Who Code have 3 core values, and those are sisterhood. So that's just a safe environment to where girls can come and learn about computer scientists and computer programming themselves. Of course, code, so they'll be able to learn the concepts of loops, variables, conditional statements, all those things necessarily to program. And then the impact. So at the end of the club, the girls complete an impact project that they care about and program that. So these are just a few facts that I found online that really shows you the difference of the divide between the men and women. So for example, we have different companies, these are different percentages of females in the workplace. So if you were to look at Twitter, 37% of the total workforce is in girls, but there's only 15% in the tech jobs. So that's a huge divide between our males and our women of who is actually working in the tech job. And then let's look at eBay. There is only 24% of women who is working in the tech jobs. Also, this is another graphic just to give you that picture. Girls are less likely to study STEM subjects at schools, and this continues throughout university. So for school, for pre-university, 64% study a STEM project. When they get down to university, 30% compared to our males, which is only 52%. And then the tech career is their first choice. That's 3% to 15%. That is a huge divide that we need to conquer.
Let me interrupt you real quick, sister, because I know you're a humble Hannah over there, but don't you have quite a few degrees in science, technology, engineering, or math yourself, dear?
Yes, so I do have a bachelor's in mathematics and then also a bachelor's in chemistry with a concentration in business administration. So this is my passion. I'm very passionate about girls in STEM myself.
I love that, and I think it's really special too that you are, such an important leader in this initiative, not just in JCPS but in the state too, because like our girls, I always say you cannot be what you cannot see. And
right.
Having you as a leader who, you've not just talked the talk, but you walk the walk, and showing our girls women like you, that's exactly, like I have cold chills on my arms right now. So I just wanted to make sure everybody knew that you're a rock star.
Danielle. Yes. Danielle is also working on her doctorate right now. Like, she is very passionate about leadership, STEM, and she is truly a remarkable asset on the team here in JCPS and a leader for the state. So I'm along with Brooke. Shout out to you, Danielle. Show our girls the way.
Yes, thank you. This is just another graphic of those female students in class taking AP classes. So AP Computer Science, that's 23% of females to males. And unfortunately, I did not have the opportunity to take computer science when I was in high school. But if I had those role models, if I had all of those resources available, I would have tried to increase that number for 23% to 77%. All right, so what is our why? So for Girls Who Code, the largest pipeline of future female engineers in the United States. So that means that Girls Who Code have a mission of they want to push out those engineers. So computing is where jobs will be in the future, but less than 1 in 5 computer science graduates are women. Girls Who Code has served 90,000 girls to date. That is huge. And hopefully this year we will get to 1 million with the partnerships of schools across Kentucky and the U.S. That is amazing. So those Girls Who Code clubs help girls learn the fundamentals of computer science. These are just a few facts that alumni of the Girls Who Code clubs, they have chose that major as a rate of 15 times the national average. So not only they are seeing success of girls who are joining the clubs. And then half of the girls that we serve are from underrepresented groups. So who can host the Girls Who Code? So now that you are excited and now you want to host a Girls Who Code club, so let's talk about exactly who can host these clubs. So clubs are led by facilitators who are passionate about the mission. They are teachers, librarians, college students, engineers, parents, volunteers. Anyone can host a Girls Who Code club. The curriculum is designed so that anyone can facilitate a club. And most of the facilitators do not have any computer science experience. So you don't have to go in there knowing everything or even knowing just a tiny bit of computer science. The Girls Who Code curriculum was written for everyone to understand computer science and to follow along with their students.
Can I ask you a quick question on that, on the who can start a club bit? I know that, oh gosh, it was probably 3 or 4 years ago when I first kind of started dabbling in this. And at that time, there was a club sponsor and a club facilitator. Is that no longer anymore? Are they all facilitators?
So you will have to have a facilitator and a sponsor. The sponsor is more of taking attendance, if you're providing snacks, things like that. The facilitator is the one that is actually going through the curriculum and teaching the lessons.
Do the facilitators still need to take the exam?
No.
Okay.
No longer. Nope.
Well, I mean, if for those of you who are listening who do know what I'm talking about, I mean, I'll just tell you this, that when I first wanted to host a Girls Who Code club, at that time, facilitators had to take, like, it was like a 25-question test on just the basics of computer programming, and it was written in pseudocode. And that was really the first time when I discovered that this was something that I loved and I was good at, because I really had to dig in and, like, pass the exam in order to even bring the club to my school. So I'm glad that that option is gone, but shout out to whoever had that idea, because it really pushed me into computer programming. So
yeah. All right. So if you are approved for a club, which everyone is approved for a club, this is the support that you will get. You will get the customized online training, and that is access to those tutorials, to those weekly meetings, agendas, and then other resources. There are club success specialists, so that means that you can have one-on-one support from a program expert. So if you are freaking out that you don't know everything about computer science, it is okay, because different specialists will be provided to you one-to-one, and it's all free. And then you will get the recruitment toolkits. There are in-person and virtual events that are happening continuously to help you with the Girls Who Code Club. All right, just briefly, this is a curriculum. So if you are an elementary teacher or a staff member and you want to host a Girls Who Code Club, just remember that elementary, it is new this year, which is exciting. But for the grades 3 through 5, clubs can be run entirely unplugged. meaning you do not have to have internet access to run your club. You can just run it off of paper and pencil or the different activities. Girls read and discuss the nonfiction book of the Girls Who Code. And then copies of the Girls Who Code book is provided free with curriculum and supports. Let me say that one more time. When you are approved for a club, you get free copies of their book so you can use it with your students. And that is $15 savings per book that you do not have to pay for.
Did anyone else see those books around Christmas time? I bought a couple copies for my girls and they love them. And so it sounds like these sponsors get them for free to use with their students. So I know my girls loved them. So I think that's a really cool benefit that the sponsor gets them for free.
I was just about to say I'm a little jealous because my Vivian and I we've read all of them. Like, we love them. That's a huge perk too.
Yeah. And then for our high schoolers, you are required to have desktop or laptops or Chromebooks, whatever you have. So you will have to have internet access. And then there is the free curriculum and supports, and it will give you the opportunity to build character and coding skills. Again, free. You will receive 5 free books per club. So this is the book that you will receive for free. So JCPS, I just want to go through the growth of JCPS. In year 1, there were 10 clubs. In year 2, when I was on the initiative and I led the initiative, there are 18 clubs. Year 3, we are just now beginning, and there are already 18 Girls Who Code clubs in JCPS. And on the side are pictures of students, of JCPS students from Girls Who Code.
Danielle?
Yes.
Your teammate, Russ Hockenberry, and by the way, you're getting a lot of shout outs over here on the live chat from Sarah and Russ and Greg and Jack and everyone else. So anyways, Russ's question is to you, are there any outstanding Girls Who Code clubs you might want to highlight in JCPS? Any that you think are really stellar exemplars?
Yes, which gets me to my next slide. These are all the clubs currently for the 2018-2019 school year. But for example, Crosby is a great club. They have done it last year and they will do it again this year, as well as Alex Kennedy. They have an awesome club. And lastly, Male Traditional High School. They are really rocking it out for Girls Who Code. So I just want to also, Fern Creek is awesome. So this slide, I just want to give you a shout out for those schools that have already started Girls Who Code Club and have already signed up their club that they will be hosting it next year.
Danielle, I'm going to interrupt you real quick, but I really want to commend you on the ability that you've streamlined for somebody who wants to start this club. It seems as if if we want to start it and you're interested, that's the spark, and you've given all of the ammunition for them to have. So you've given them the tools, and you're now giving them the lesson plans, and you've really streamlined it and just handed it to them to light this fire for them. And I'm excited. I hope I get to spark that in some of the schools here in McCracken County. So thank you.
I did forget to mention the benefits of having an official partner for districts is that there is an opportunity to receive funding, so $5,000 per cycle that you can divide out between all of the clubs. So there is that opportunity to receive money for those schools that have Girls Who Code clubs.
And I wanted to chime in real quick that Marty Park, who's the Chief Digital Officer at KDE, when he heard about the show, he wanted to make sure that I mentioned that Kentucky has more Girls Who Code clubs than any other state in the nation.
Yes.
And that's in part because Laura Raganas, who is on the digital learning coach team at KDE, really led this initiative and scaled it beautifully across the state. So huge shout out to Laura for all of her hard work and making Kentucky once again a leader in the nation when it comes to ed tech.
This is just the last slide. To sign up to facilitate a Girls Who Code program, you go to girlswhocode.com/clubs. If you want to join a virtual information session webinar, there is a link that you can RSVP on Eventbrite. And also my website has coding resources and also will be this presentation as well.
Awesome. Thank you. Well, I want to give a shout out to the amazing leaders at Kate from Murray State, because when I was first sort of dabbling into this little universe of Girls Who Code, they helped me out too exponentially. And I know that they were sort of just like Danielle, really a foundation in this movement across the state. So shout out to our amazing friends down there at Kate for their support with this initiative as well. So thank you, Danielle. You're a rock star, as we all knew already. But anyway, we're going to transition into our incredible leader and team of leaders from Eisenhower Elementary School. And we have Miss Julie Cummings, principal of Eisenhower, and we have Miss Carrie and Miss Grayson there with us today. We also have your amazing assistant principal who is watching on the live chat. So she's probably literally right next door maybe to you. So say hello to her, you guys.
Hey, how you doing, Miss Strange?
You can say hi, Mom, hi, Dad, too, if you want, because you know they're going to be watching this later. Special message. Okay, well, Miss Cummings, I'm going to let you take it away and talk about your involvement with Shattered Glass.
Awesome. So, first of all, before I do that, though, Danielle, change that number to number 19 for JCPS with the Girls Who Code Club, because these two young ladies, they're like, come on, let's do it, Miss Cummings. Absolutely.
Awesome.
So, sign us up.
Awesome. Will do.
Absolutely. Thank you. So we really took a deep dive last year into digital learning here at Eisenhower, and I truly attribute a lot of that to my connection with Heather Worrell when she came and worked with my SBAC group, and truly just lit a fire and inspired some great work and great initiatives to come for us. We wanted to be a part of this whole digital movement, and through connecting with Kentucky Go Digital, I was able to hook up with Brooke Whitlow and sent her a message one day. Said, tell me about this Shattered Glass. What is that? And it was wonderful because she absolutely was super easy to work with and shared her experience. And once you hear the why, there's no other answer than yes. So we decided that we would plan to have a Shattered Glass camp here at Eisenhower this year. And it was the first time that it was offered in a JCPS school. And we were super excited to host. And we had 10 girls who participated. I wish that there were more, but we had a limited amount of time just to get that rolling, and we had 10 superstars who participated. And so I have two of them in my office today. Carrie, give them a shout out.
Hi.
So we were sitting too still in my office and the lights just went out. Saving energy, right. So this is Grayson.
Hi.
And these two young ladies spent 3 days here at school this summer, and they participated in the Shattered Glass Camp. So I'm going to ask them some questions, and they can share with you the things that they experienced and the things that they learned, and they can tell you a little bit more. And then I'll also share a screen with you as well so that you can see some of the pictures from the camp too. But first of all, just to get started, have either of you participated in a summer camp before?
I have not before. I haven't either.
Okay, so it was kind of a new thing to do. And had either of you worked with robotics before?
We have in computer class.
Mm-hmm. Right. Okay, so we have started some of that work here at Eisenhower, and we do that for all of our students. But again, once you hear the story of why we need to share this with our underrepresented girls, and groups, as Danielle shared, there is no answer other than yes, we need to move forward with this. So tell me what you thought about the camp.
I want to do it again. I want to do it again. I just liked building and engineering stuff that I haven't learned before.
Mm-hmm. So these were some new experiences for you. And did it make you think about possibly even getting into a career at some point where you may use coding or building or engineering?
Yes, because a lot of jobs can require technology, even if it doesn't seem like it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Absolutely. So did you develop any new interests from doing this as well?
Some new interests.
Mm-hmm. Yes. All right. Tell me about some of the new technologies that you used while you were doing the Shattered Glass Camp.
We use these Spiros, which are like these, but I have a mini one. There are these little balls that you can remote control with phone or tablet. Yeah, electronics.
Mm-hmm. So did you have to get your own, Grayson?
I was just about to say, I think that was at day one. I think you went home, right? Was that what happened that afternoon?
Yes.
Absolutely. So talk about lighting an interest and making kids excited about what they are doing. You know, when you're content to just do it for 3 hours at school for a camp day, you know, that's okay. But, you know, she really wanted to do this on her own as well. What other things did you all use? What other kinds of technology?
We used some Ozobots, which are really cool because there are these special markers you draw on paper, and you can write all different kinds of codes to make the little robot do different things.
And talk to me about that whole problem-solving activity that you did, where you had to solve the problem of getting the pollution out of the water.
We use the Spiros, which are you can put in the water, and then we made these inventions where you can make stuff and there she had this pool of water and these ping pong balls. And we moved the Spiro balls and tried to pick up as many ping pong balls as we could, and I picked up one.
How did your invention work too, Carrie?
It almost worked. We picked up 0, but it was still fun. That's all that's important.
Absolutely. Well, you know, in order to be an emerging innovator, it starts with an idea, and then you try it.
Trial and error.
Exactly. You try again, and you try again. So you had those opportunities this summer at camp, which was an awesome thing for you to be able to do. What would you tell your friends about the Shattered Glass Camp here at Eisenhower?
I would tell my friends that I think they should do it because it was a wonderful time.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, it was so fun.
Mm-hmm. Are you going to come back this summer?
Yes.
How about a one-day Shattered Glass Camp if we offered one during the school year, maybe on a day when school was not in session?
I would do it.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. Well, Brooke, we're going to be in touch about scheduling some of those things for this upcoming year.
That's awesome.
But once again,
I don't mean to interrupt, but I have a question because I'm very interested in offering this for my district in Floyd County. And I'm actually in the middle of an application trying to get some funding for it. But I was going to ask the girls, what was your favorite part? What made it so fun? Like, I know you said it was fun, but why? Why was it different than like school, for an example? Like, why was it different than your typical day at school?
It was different because based on girls breaking through the glass barrier, like preventing us from getting better jobs like men can.
Mm-hmm.
I liked it because there's not a lot of things that only girls can do, and I liked it and I like engineering and stuff like that.
Awesome. It's just inspiring to hear you all say that, especially when we're trying to do the same thing. So it's good to hear from you girls.
Well, let me take a step back and just kind of share with everybody sort of what Shattered Glass is. Just as we were talking about earlier with Danielle and the Girls Who Code initiative, Shattered Glass was really born out of everything that Danielle was talking about with just gender inequity in science, technology, engineering, and math. And, people say, well, where's the boy camp? Well, my question is, you can't do what's always been done and expect different results. And that's exactly what Shattered Glass aims to do. And so the mission is really to provide opportunities for girls to explore science, technology, engineering, and math, and to develop and empower them into future leaders and innovators. And so Shattered Glass offered the summer event that went to Eisenhower this year. And the whole idea behind the 3-day camp is they traveled around the world to different regions, and they learned about a shero. So girls, do you remember, do you have a favorite? Did you have like a favorite standout that you remember from the summer?
My favorite was Mary Anning, because I think it was cool to learn about someone who lived way back in the past.
Okay, so what did Mary Anning do? Do you remember? You made the board with the, oh gosh.
The Bloxels board.
Yes, thank you. The Bloxels board. You made the video game about her. Do you remember what she discovered?
Oh, she discovered a full intact, some kind of dinosaur.
Yes, you know what? I'm gonna save the laughter of our audience. I'm not gonna try to pronounce that. If I had my 7-year-old here, he could tell you or pronounce it, the type of dinosaur. But yeah, I really liked Mary Anning too, because she, was a paleontologist, a self-taught paleontologist when she was like 12 or 13. And so that was really the idea of Shattered Glass this summer. Is the girls learned, and all of our activities were inspired by the real life work of sheroes from different regions of the world. Because again, you cannot be what you cannot see, and giving them those models was something that was really important. Grayson and Carrie both just a second ago were talking about the ping pong balls that were in the pool of water. Do you remember the shero that inspired that activity?
It was
like a really funny name. Remember, we poured the water into the pool that had color in it to represent what?
Represent chemicals in the water.
Yeah, we talked about pollution and Katsuko Sarahashi. And so the activity that they did around the engineering design process was inspired by her work, which actually led to, during World War II, her research from her laboratory helped to stop nuclear warhead testing in the South Pacific. And so her work was also obviously very inspiring. And so, this providing opportunities is really what Shattered Glass exists to do. And it just, like, I've had cold chills all over my arms just listening to you girls talk about this, just because this is exactly our mission. And I know Danielle can agree with me too. Like, this is what it's all about, is just providing opportunities for girls to explore. Because, Danielle made a comment. I didn't interrupt at that particular point, but you said, I did not have the opportunity to study computer science when I was in high school. I didn't either. I didn't even know it was a thing until I was 28. And so, that's what I always think about, is providing opportunities that I wish that I had, and being somebody that I wish I had in my life at that point.
Well, and that's where I wanted to chime in right there, because Brooke, first of all, shout out to you. Jack Bosley, he just put in the YouTube live chat that he'd love to get his daughter at one of these events. And I just want to say, my daughters, I have 3 girls. I talk about them very publicly and their love of technology. They have been to 3 of the Shattered Glass events now. They can't get enough. And Brooke has really become a personal shero for my own children. It's funny because when my daughter had to make like a back to school collage, Brooke's picture is on her back to school collage, not her mother, who is also at EdTech, but Brooke Willow. There's a big picture that she found and printed on her back to school collage. And my kids openly talk about sheroes, and they'll see an awesome woman in technology and they'll say, Mommy, I have a new shero. And I just think that narrative is so important. So also shout out to you, Julie. Russ Hockenberry says, Julie Cummings is one of the best principals in JCPS. He loves your vision for technology at Eisenhower. So it takes women like you, Julie, saying yes to offering initiatives like this for our girls that really make a difference. So shout out to you as well. Danielle, did you have something you wanted to contribute?
Yeah, I was just going to say that I don't know about you all, but I am thoroughly impressed by the students and remembering everything that they went through during the summer. So that just speaks volumes to the actual program, that the hands-on experiences and the program helps them to really understand what is going on. So shout out.
And that was at the beginning of June too, by the way. That was like early June. That was like right after school was out. So pat yourself on the back, girls, because you are rock stars.
Yes.
They are rock stars. I'm so proud of them. I'm going to hear some of the video from the Shattered Glass Summit, and you can see some of the activities that they were a part of, some of the coding that they participated in. Girls, chime in if you see something that you want to share and draw attention to as well.
Those were the Meckies we used.
So there was a different activity every day, in fact, multiple activities every day. And it truly was an opportunity for these girls to be practicing in innovation. These will be great skills that they can put into their JCPS backpack of success skills. So I'm excited for them to have the opportunity to upload some of this evidence.
Hey, girls, do you remember doing the simple circuit where we were all in the circle with the makey? Oh, I have to tell you that I did that event with, oh my goodness, I'm trying to think how many people. I would say it was 100, maybe 120 adults. And they did that, but not nearly as good as you girls did. I'm just saying. I love that video. That's awesome. Thank you for showcasing that. So forgot to mention that one of the things that we did at the beginning of each introduction to each Shiro is that we actually used Google Expeditions and Google Cardboard to actually travel to that particular location. And Carrie, did you want to share where you were able to travel to?
So I was able to travel to Jiangxi, China, which is where I was originally born.
That's awesome. And I know that was really special because the whole group got to do that through our kind of Google Cardboard VR experience. So again, you know, it's really, I mean, maybe they'll wind up being programmers or engineers one day, which would be great. But the bottom line is that they now know that this is an opportunity and this is a possibility for them in their journey in life. And so, you know, no matter what, it's gonna make you girls better at whatever it is you choose to do in your life. So I am completely honored and humbled to know you all and the rest of the amazing ladies there at Eisenhower too. So, and I just want to tell you,
let's raise the roof for them.
So, yeah, that's right, baby. But so some of our helpers that we had this year at Eisenhower were actually my former students who were in high school. And I just saw them a couple of weeks ago, and they were asking about you both and how inspired they were by you girls. So thank you for being Shiro's to my own student.
Thank you, Brooke, for that opportunity.
Awesome. Well, let's see. Do we have any questions happening anywhere?
I just wanted to clarify, if a district wants to get a Shattered Glass event launched in their district, what should they do?
Well, you can visit us online at shatteredglass.io. You can also find us on Twitter. We are at Empowered STEM on Twitter. And, you know, one thing that I know Miss Cummings did a lot and we did a lot too this summer is tweeting. So you can always check the hashtag, which is #ShatteredGlassSTEM. There's contact information on the website that you can reach out and, you know, honestly, send a smoke signal, like whatever. Lots of different ways. We're on Facebook, Twitter, and online at shatteredglass.io.
And same thing for Girls Who Code. Danielle, we'll have the resources at the end of the show. But just as a reminder, real quick, they would go to the website, right, to sign up for Girls Who Code?
Yes, you will have to go to the official website, girlswhocode.com/clubs, and that is how you can sign up to host a club.
And I know I'm in the middle of this, but if you are a district watching, they have opened up some money with the Title IV application. And if you're buddies with your federal program people in your district, there are two sections that actually apply to STEM. One is effective use of technology, but then the other one is well-rounded education, and it is specifically related to activities such as STEM and underrepresented, groups, which would be for girls. So we're in the middle of that, and those applications are not due for a couple of weeks. So if you're watching this, you have time to go and knock on that door and kind of ask for a little piece of that pie that can help get this brought to your district too.
Thank you, Courtney. All right, ladies. This is my favorite show. Am I allowed to say that? I don't know. Girl power, baby. That's all I'm saying. So thank you so much to Danielle and Miss Cummings and Carrie and Grayson for going live with us today and sharing their experiences with Girls Who Code and with Shattered Glass. I know that you guys are all an inspiration to us. So thank you. So just a reminder that as we continue here in Kentucky Go Digital Live, we have Create Companion videos on our playlist. You're more than welcome to utilize those, share those. They are resources just for you. And Courtney, would you care to share how everybody can get continued support with Kentucky Go Digital?
Sure can. For on-demand support, you can go to the YouTube Live here at kygodigital.com, and all you do is click subscribe to be reminded of our upcoming shows that you may be able to see. We've created a Facebook page, so you can also have support there, along with, of course, on Twitter. And don't forget that as you start to create, make sure you connect on the hashtag, and there you can share with all the people. And that's the whole mission of Kentucky Go Digital, to create and connect and share. So follow it. We will see you on the hashtag.
Hey, Heather, do we have our next episode scheduled? Would you care to share our...
Yes, it's in the works. We're looking at September 11th at 11 Eastern Standard Time. And like I said, our September series is going to be focused on leading from the library with digital innovation. And we have some really cool guests that we're hoping to get lined up for that. So September is going to be a very exciting series.
Awesome. I cannot wait. And that's a wrap, baby. Episode 1 of season 2. Thank you guys so much, and we will see you on the hashtag.